Good morning, YouTubers. So today I'm doing a slightly different video to what you guys have been used to seeing. I'm doing a video a bit about me, so you guys can kind of get to know me, and I will, when I get to 10,000 subscribers, do a Q&A as well, because I know that's quite popular with requests and things, so you guys can ask obviously the questions that you want to ask. But today I'm just going to give you like a bit of an overview about my life, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. If you do, please subscribe and give this video a massive thumbs up, and I'll be really thankful. So if you are new to my channel, I'm Rosie, and I am like a hand balancing contortionist and also a fitness model. And I basically went into the kind of like fitness industry when I graduated from university, so 4 years ago. What I studied at university was completely different to anything fitness related. So I studied food science and business at Reading University, and I always thought I wanted to get into the food industry because I'd done a lot of work experience in that area. I just had a big interest in kind of like food related things like product development, maybe becoming like a food buyer. And actually I did get a grad job once I finished university as a food product developer, so it was pretty much like my dream job. But I realised after like a week of doing that job I wanted to take like a gap year after uni, and so I thought on my gap year I'd become a personal trainer half the year, and then I really wanted to go travelling. In reality I became a PT. I absolutely loved it, like beyond belief, and I will do another whole story on that because I can say a lot about personal training. So I kind of stayed within the industry, and obviously my love for training meant that I was able to train pretty much as well, kind of quite a lot, because obviously I was in a gym environment the whole time and that was kind of my job. So one thing led to another, and yeah, I've just stayed in that industry and been a personal trainer the last 4 years. I have also travelled quite a bit, so September 2018 I decided I would go travelling for like the first proper time, and I went to Bali on a holiday, or like kind of a luxury holiday, with one of my best friends for 2 weeks to begin with, and then it didn't really turn out travelling. So I'm quite I basically love business, and I didn't want to just travel and not really do anything. So basically as soon as I got to kind of Bali I decided no, I need to kind of pursue some kind of business related thing. So then I started doing online coaching for my clients as well, and that's just kind of developed the last year or so. Anyway, we won't go too much into that right now. Some of the questions that you guys have asked are about like brothers, sisters, family, stuff like that, hobbies. So I'll give you a bit of like an overview of all of that. So I'm very lucky, I've got one brother who's 2 years older than me and a sister who's quite a bit older than me, and they're both really lovely people. I have amazing parents, and they live relatively close to me, so I do see them quite a lot. I'm again very lucky for that, and they're always very supportive of like everything I do, which is really nice. My hobbies, obviously training is number one. I also love traveling. I love like food related things. I actually really love learning about philosophy, and do a lot of like personal development as well as kind of philosophy related things. And what else? I like being in nature quite a lot, going for long walks, cycle rides, general activities, and I just really appreciate I guess my friends and family and being like present with them. Yeah, they're I guess kind of my main hobbies and things. I also really enjoy like reading and stuff like that. In terms of other family members into training like me, so I wouldn't say they're into like handstands, flexibility weights, and that's obviously very much what I do. My dad is incredibly sporty, but he is like a racket sport player, and he does like racquethlons. His main sports are squash, table tennis, and he used to be like very into running as well. So he's always been like a massive, I guess, influence in terms of doing a lot of sport, but I grew up as a child. I was always like super active. I used to actually play county squash before I started gymnastics, and then I competed in gymnastics for Great Britain. So from the age of like 9 to 16, that pretty much consumed my whole life, and I loved it so much. That was all I wanted to do, gymnastics. So yeah, I was kind of like pursuing, I guess, my dream, which was good. And yeah, I was also quite a good runner. So I used to win competitions when I didn't really train for running. So I've just always been super duper sporty, and that is what I love, I'm passionate about, and now I'm lucky enough to work in that industry as well. So it's pretty much like win-win-win for me. Who inspires me? So there are quite a few people who inspire me. A lot of the time it is either sportsmen, well, influential kind of sports people, or it is entrepreneurs. And I think that's just the area, because I've got so much interest with both like business and entrepreneurship and sports, they just happen to be who I'm kind of drawn to. So I really do value like CrossFit athletes like Matt Fraser, Catherine, I can't even pronounce her name, and you know, just that kind of group of athletes. And also entrepreneurs, there's a YouTuber, Joseph Rodrigo, who I follow, and like I just loved learning from him, so that's been really valuable, and I find him very inspiring. And then people like Napoleon Hill, who I've read a lot of his books, and yeah, that's really helped me. And also an entrepreneur called Alan Donoghue, who I know a bit better, like on more of like a personal level. I actually know him, and yeah, he's basically set up this whole kind of entrepreneurial thing, helping entrepreneurs basically create a business from like their passion, and it has been very inspirational to me as well. So I guess those are the people who I find inspire me. As well as that, I would say my parents and like family and friends who I've met along my journey, people who I've travelled with and met, they're always very inspiring, because a lot of the time they're pursuing something which they're passionate about and they love, and that I really do like value someone doing something which is kind of their life purpose and loving it, rather than just doing a job for the sake of doing a job. So my goals, that is an interesting one. And so I do have quite a few goals, but my main goal is basically to pursue performing around the world. It's what I'm so passionate about, I love so much, and I don't know, people seem to be quite inspired by it, which is just like incredible to me. So if I could like travel, train and perform and inspire people around the world to get kind of fit and healthy, that is my ultimate goal. I'm not going to blab on too much longer, because yeah, I will answer obviously any questions that you guys send across in a Q&A, which I'll have when I get to 10,000 subs. But I hope you've enjoyed kind of that little "this is me" clip, and see you for my video tomorrow. And yeah, I'm just going to play like a little bit of my training from yesterday after this video. So as I said, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you want to see more videos like this, and have a amazing day.